What's up, you guys? I want to welcome you to Legendary Nothing Less Tuesdays. I created Legendary Nothing Less Tuesdays so you can get a better chance of knowing me outside of the records. So for this first episode, I decided that I would talk about my record legacy and just give you a breakdown what the record meant to me and things like that. So here's first things first. Before I had even wrote the record Legacy, I probably had the beat for, I swear to God, I had that beat for like 5 years. So I had the beat for Legacy for about 5 years, and I never wrote nothing to it. I thought the beat was dope, but I never actually wrote any lyrics to the record. And before I wrote Legacy, I had actually stopped writing music for about a year. I was like deeply depressed. I was dealing with a whole host of shit, which we'll get into, somewhere down the line. And for those who don't know what I do, I drive for Law and Order, the TV show. And I was driving down Canal and Baxter in New York City. For people who don't know what Canal and Baxter is, in New York City, I was driving down Canal and Baxter. And I had to fucking listen. This is how you know this shit was from a while ago. Because I had a beat CD. And Legacy was on the fucking beat CD. So I put the beat CD on and I'm just driving. And that fucking beat came on and then it just went. It was like, I remember before I wrote Legacy, I tried to write like 3 months before that. And nothing came out. It was just like a blank. So I was like, you know what, whatever. And when that fucking beat came on, it was like the floodgates open. You know what I mean? So Legacy had to be the very first thing that I spoke about, because none of this other music would have come if I never, wrote Legacy. And for you. For those of you who don't know, Legacy is off of my project Identity Crisis. Identity Crisis is the A side to the project, and For My Dogs is the B side. Two completely different vibes. And if you see the the music videos, like you got Too Late, Daddy's from Identity Crisis, and then for Sweet Shit's from Identity Crisis. And For My Dogs, you got like Poppy Nova and Who Was This and Old Ben Franklin. So those videos are from two different tapes. Okay, so all right, let's get into some of the lyrics from Identity Crisis. Don't try to slam on me, because I'm looking at the lyrics right here. I know them in this motherfucker, but you know what I'm saying? I make sure I get it all right. I ain't trying to be fucking out. I'm trying to be slacking. Wondering where does legacy go? It was passion, it was drama, it was murder he wrote. I would know it, I'm the poet. I created these quotes. I created this hope, maybe the greatest, who knows? Now, I actually wrote it like I wonder where would his legacy go? Like for me, my ultimate goal is to be in the conversation of being one of the greatest. So when people are having these debates and they say, oh, Jay-Z, oh no, it's Rakim, oh no, it's Kendrick Lamar, it's J. Cole, I just want to be in the conversation. There's always going to be a reason to me why somebody else isn't the best, you know what I mean? So, but I feel like as long as you're in the conversation, it's a win, So that's basically what the chorus is written around. And I say it was passion, it was drama, it was murder he wrote. And that's truthful. If you listen to my music, the way I write my music, it's a lot of different sounds, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would know it, I'm the poet. I created these quotes. Maybe the greatest, who knows? And I definitely feel like I created this, maybe the greatest, who knows? I thought I fucked up. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Alright, let's get into this first verse. I feel like I've been through it all at this point. I lost the person that was closest to my soul, got me inhaling this joint. Do I want to tell y'all who that person was? So look, for those of you who've been rocking with me since the beginning, you know that I always did music with my brother. Me and my brother had a falling out, and that was a piece of me getting into that super deep depression I was talking about, and starting some of that identity crisis for me. Sharpen my pencil to empty my thoughts. Hope you get the point. Come on, bro. Don't celebrate your college graduates, but party for your man out the joint. Now, this is something I actually want to talk about. Recently, I seen somebody on my Facebook. I ain't gonna call you out because I remember who it was. I ain't gonna call you out, but he said Rowdy Rebel wasn't getting enough love coming home, and I was like, yo, bro, what are we celebrating now? You know what I mean? No disrespect to Rowdy Rebel. I'm glad he's home. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be incarcerated, but damn, we don't celebrate people graduating college. We don't celebrate people coming home from the military. We celebrating. We supposed to throw a fucking parade because somebody got out of prison. I don't know. I just feel like in hip hop culture we glorify that shit a little too much to me. So that's what I meant about that line right there. It's all twisted. My family like birthday parties. We all gifted, authentic, and all different. Ooh. I mean, listen, you know my family. I feel like my family's fucking talented as shit. I'm sure you feel like you have family members who are talented also. That's just how I feel about mine. Search party out for my soul. Report missing. Exactly like I told you when I was writing it. I was depressed as fuck. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. I sold the 50 classes to get these people to listen. That line right there, I cannot tell you what that means yet. But you will know what it means at some point. Underrated for my lifetime, but when it's said and done, I'm ahead of them. They ain't never seen a hustle like mine. I always feel like I've been an underdog, you know what I mean? Like, nobody fucking helps me do shit. I do everything myself. And what I mean by that is, I do have friends who help me shoot these videos and things like that. But for the most part, nobody assisted me on getting myself going. I had to get myself going, as do most people. But there are plenty of situations where people have people waiting hand and foot on them because they believe they're talented. I was never naturally talented at writing music. Some of my old shit just made me fucking cringe like crazy. But, I just had to believe in myself and just start driving myself. Where were we? But hold on. I said they ain't never seen a hustle like mine. Anybody who knows me, like, I'm up all night. I'm getting to this shit. I'm planning. I'm organizing. And that's just what I'm about. At the end of the day, I'm gonna let my hustle speak for what I do. Rap lyric pipe bomb. Watch it, this a land mom. Daddy issues have me drinking, screaming, I can't stand mom. I didn't really know my pops until I got older. Like, know him. Like, actually get to know him as a person. And I felt like when I got to know him a little bit, I kind of held my mom responsible for certain things. But at the end of the day, they're just fucking human beings. Just let it be. The situation is what the situation is. I love both my parents. But it was something that I was dealing with at that time. I just couldn't feel the love at this time. Had I gone deaf or gone blind, corrupted all in the mind. And it was like the things I was learning about my parents' past was affecting the way I was acting in the present. When it really shouldn't have, you know what I mean? Because they're people, and people are allowed to make mistakes. They're gonna make mistakes just like I'm just having my own, I have my own problems. I've had my own female problems and shit like that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we're all people, we all learning. And at some point I just started to say, wow, all right, they was people, man. They was learning, they was kids. And you gotta accept it just for being that, When you get to the darkest places, search and see what you find. A blackened heart or a beautiful mind. The pain heal over time. Funny. So that blackened heart shit I got from a TV show that I watch, which is Once Upon a Time. I used to watch Once Upon a Time heavy. For anybody who don't know me, I like anything magical. Anything fucking magical, I love it. I'm a big ass Harry Potter fan. Maybe one day I will show y'all my Harry Potter stash. What I was asking myself was, knowing the place I was in mentally, was I gonna triumph from it, or was I gonna allow it to destroy me? I think we all know at this point I did not allow it to destroy me. Alright, that was the end of the first verse. Alright, second verse. It took me 27 years just to get to these thoughts. Still hanging, nigga, pay attention. They do it in court. And now I'm just talking about the way I was viewing America, you know? And that it took me this long. Like I said, it took me 27 years. It took me that long to blossom, you know what I mean, as an artist. I feel like my stuff before this was like, it was decent, but it was like little hot flashes, more than just being consistently like, yo, he's torching these records. And I just felt like in America, I'm like, damn, like some of the shit people was going to jail for and the time they was going for, like, yo, this is ridiculous. This other person just got off of this or whatever, you know. I ain't gonna get into too much of that, but you catch my drift. Raised by a woman, I can't be a man. Till I connected with my father, honestly, I couldn't understand. Being able, like how I said I didn't know my father when I was young, like I knew him, but I didn't know him. Like I knew him, I went places with him, but you know, everybody now, even as you get older, you get to actually know your parents as a person. And I felt like I was like, wow, like I was coming into being a man because of some of the things he was teaching me. And it was like, for me, it was like, wow, like if I never got this, I don't know where my mental would have been, you know what I mean? In a whole. So I felt like it was fucking huge growth for me, connecting with my father. Cause all I praised was Jews, hoes, and rubber bands. Air Jordans, a foreign car of 100 grand. Yeah, before, you know what I mean? Before I got with my father, those were the things that I was more concerned with. And then he started concerning me with getting peace and things like that. Getting peace, learning how to cook. You know what I mean? And that's stuff that I started finding more love in and more validation and more feeling better about than these material items. I can't tell you a material item right now that's gonna make me go crazy. I might feel good and say, oh man, like I got equipment, or I got some new equipment, now that's dope. But I'm not gonna go fucking crazy or lose my mind on, yo, this is fucking Jordans. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. That's just me though, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying for other people to not be like that, but materials just don't, I don't know, they don't do it for me, man. But all that physical don't make you happy. Because the love is in your home. You think I'm crazy how you looking at me. Love is your mom. Love is your wife. Love is the music that you bump when you get stuck in your feelings at night. Everybody in the motherfucking world has been in their feelings at some point, and you just sitting there listening to some music all night. Whether it's music because you're just like, yo, I want to fucking stomp somebody's face out, but you listening to them songs that make you feel like you can stomp somebody's face out. You want to be in love. You listening to them love records or whatever it is that, you know what I mean, you're feeling. And that's, you know what I mean, that feels good. No matter, even if it's helping you express yourself. You know what I mean? And that's love to me, you know what I mean? Expressing yourself. Love is extra fries at the drive-thru. Never let the world hate inside you. Now, that was some fat ass shit. I know that was some fat ass shit. But tell me, keep it a buck. When you go through a drive-thru, right, and you get some extra fries, some extra cookies, or some extra shit, extra burger up in that motherfucker, you be like, oh, shit, okay, you know what I mean? Don't lie. Don't fucking lie. Don't fucking lie. All right, let's get back to this shit. Only let the good vibes guide you. It's limited survival. The devil always pray for your arrival. So at this point, all I'm saying is everybody don't survive on growing. You know what I mean? Because there's always temptation. Don't fall for the temptation. Take the growth, whether it's a painful road or not. Take the growth. Try to take me down. All my friends help my revival. Believe in being positive. Not as in the scripture from the Bible. I think that shit speaks for itself. Yeah, so that's it. That's the breakdown of the record Legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. There's gonna be way more content coming. Every Tuesday we're gonna do something like this, or something special. I don't want to ruin it. You know what I mean? I want y'all to be surprised and be able to enjoy the episodes and not know what's gonna be coming to you. So please stay tuned. Subscribe, share, leave a like, subscribe.
Physical don't make you happy because the love is in your home. You think I'm crazy how you looking at me. Love is your mom, love is your wife.